We adopted Jasper in January of 2025 from a rescue shelter. He was about 6 months old, and we didn't know anything about his background, only that he was picked up on the street without a chip or identification. When we met him, he had been at the shelter for nearly a month, and he was subdued and a bit hesitant. He allowed us to handle him, including picking him up, but otherwise he was shy and quiet. The shelter director told us that he was high energy and liked to use his voice. Even so, we decided that we could provide a good family for Jasper, so we brought him home with us. He did well when we introduced him to our senior dog, Max, who is an 11-year-old basset beagle mix. Max is a sweetheart, but he is anxious when in public and sometimes reactive to other dogs when on leash. So we were careful when we introduced them, and Max warmed up to Jasper right away. It didn't take long for Jasper to come out of his shell. Within a few days, he went from shy and inhibited to extremely energetic, loud, and rambunctious. It was fun, but also difficult to manage. As days passed, Jasper became more and more demanding, nipping at us, chewing on everything, and was persistently playing too rough with Max. He was very reactive to anyone. At the front door, any animals, birds, or bugs in the backyard, and sometimes even the breeze. Once he started to become reactive, it was very difficult to redirect him or even get his attention. And to make matters worse, he was extremely reactive when on leash. Noises, people, cars, and especially other dogs would send him over the edge. He would bark, lunge, and struggle, and we would be left with little choice but to take him home. Walks in the neighborhood became very stressful. Max's reactivity became worse as he and Jasper seemed to ramp each other up, and we started to consider our options. Our attempts at training had been marginally successful, but never really touched the central issues: Jasper's behavior with Max, his attention-seeking negative behavior with us, and his reactivity to so many things. We needed help. Thankfully, we found Shannon Riley at Truly Force-Free Animal Training. We brought both Jasper and Max to our initial private training session with Shannon, and she identified the dynamic immediately. We left that session with ideas, homework, assignments, and a renewed sense of optimism. Much of our work since then has focused on desensitizing Jasper to the things that cause him to become reactive, and he has made huge progress. With continued sessions at Shannon's, we learned that much of the training had to do with us as much as the dogs. We learned new skills and coping mechanisms to try, brain toys, slow feeders, ways to slowly introduce Jasper to new situations were all strategies that Shannon taught us. People, bicycles, cars, and the outside noises that once caused Jasper huge stress are things he can take in stride. We are continuing to work on his reactivity to other dogs, and we are making great progress. We've also worked on developing techniques to redirect Jasper when he's misbehaving. This has been as much about training us as it has been him, and we've made great strides there. But most of all, we are seeing great improvement with Jasper and Max together. We've learned how to create an environment that is conducive to good play for them, and when to give Max his own space away from Jasper when Jasper's energy is just too much for him. It's such a relief. Jasper's journey with us has just begun. We are heading in the right directions thanks to Shannon's incredible patience, expertise, and support.